My ancestry reveals on my mother's side, there's two great grandparents. One have dominant African DNA, and the other one have mulatto DNA, which means one is mixed with black and non-black, and the other one mostly full-blooded African. So my mom would have like 75% African DNA, and that's past the African American test. And my father's side is two great grandparents that has African dominant DNA. So there you have it. When it comes to me, let's see what my percentages. My percentages is both in America or North America, USA, and that's why I am from 80% or 80 something percent to 90 something African DNA. So to be honest with you, to be an African American is from 70% to 100%. That's dominant African DNA. My mother about 75% African DNA. My pop's about 95% African DNA. And I'm about 85 to 95% African DNA. And that's revealed on about 8 of my tests that have different percentages. A couple of them 90 something percent, and the rest like 80 something percent. From 82, 83, 84, 85, like that, and better. So, moving on, the same for my siblings on my mother's side and my father's side. They have 80 something 2 to 90 something percent African DNA. Now, for the 15%, really from 6 to 15% of interruption in our DNA come from European and indigenous American DNA. Now for that, and this is what makes me why I have dominant DNA, this makes me similar to West Central Africans. You won't even notice a bit of European or indigenous American blood in me because my Negro phenotype took over, and my chocolate skin also, dark skin, which means dark brown. A lot of African Americans has a little bit of interruption in their blood too, but it didn't stop the African in us because it dominates. I'm a proud Black American. We know a lot happened over 500 years in America and the Caribbean with slavery and wars taking all over the USA and the African diaspora. But don't be surprised that some parts of Africa and some Africans has interruption in their blood too. And they had more Arabs and Chinese people than anything, but also European. So some parts of Africa has from 70% to 100% too. Just like that, even in South America and the Caribbeans too. Black people worldwide been oppressed and colonized. So of course, a lot of black people has interruption in their bloodline. There's been a lot of interrelationships going on and mangling. It's a few black people with 100% African DNA. We talking about in Americas, the Caribbean, and other countries in the world, which called the African diaspora. Africa has the most people with 100% African DNA, but still, a lot of black people in Africa don't have 100% African DNA at the same time. Black people, because black is a code name for melanated people, comes in all flavors like blackberry, chocolate, brown sugar, cinnamon, caramel, peanut color, and tortilla color, etc. Most black people has kinky, coily, curly hair. We talking the 4A, 4B, 4C hair, but also the 3C and some 3B. Now, when you get down to 3A, you talking about, because we know in the 3 is more mixture. You know that a black person mostly like have mixture in their blood. The 3C is one of the most close to the 4A branch type hair. Now, you talking about the type 2s and type 1s. You're talking about mainly non-blacks. Now, most black people has kinky, coily, curly hair. And that's one major way of telling if a person is dominant African, but also we have broad noses, big lips, and the Negro pronostic face, a face that projects out, face or scub is another way to tell. Like our lip be in front of the line, like it's like a slant, like a wedge. You know what I'm saying? That's how our face be looking. You know, it's ways to tell if a person has dominant Negro, African in their blood. From 70 to 100%, you will have that type. So no matter if you're 70, 80%, you'll be no different than the person with 90% to 100%. I want y'all to realize that, because still dominant. Um, and that's why they say you're still black. So a mulatto person has a half black parent and or one black parent and one non-black parent with a 50% black, 50% non-black. They're not really considered black but mulatto. Which means mixed. But a person has a mulatto parent and a black parent. We're talking about a mulatto and a black parent. You're gonna get from 70 to 75% black DNA in you. So I want you to realize that you're gonna get from 75% black African DNA that dominates. Mulattoes a lot of times choose which ethnicity they embrace or both. Percentages of the DNA is estimated. Keep that in mind. Anything dominates you rules you because a person is light skinned. That doesn't mean that a dark skinned person has more African DNA than a light skinned person. Some light-skinned Africans have more African DNA than the dark-skinned Africans. I want y'all to realize that. I know this through proper research and scientific studies. It's King Lit, the researcher. What's the difference? Genetically, we are dominant Africans or you're melanated people in different parts of the world. You got eyes you can see. Share this truth. No one better than the other. Just culturally different. That's it. If you look, Black American, you see myself, and this is my cousin. Look at us, Black American. Now, you see the Lula tribe, woman from East Africa. Look at these women. Okay, look at the Yoruba people, a tribe. Yeah, and I want y'all to tell me what do they all have in common. Melanated, from the Mende tribe, this woman. Okay, here we have the Haitians. Then we have the Jamaicans, a Jamaican. Then we have the Gullah Geechee, which is a Black American or African American. Then we have the Afro-Latino woman. And then we have the Afro-Caribbean people, which involve Haitians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, all as one. They had the Gullah Geechee, Black American, African American. Now, what do they all have in common? Look at them. Look at them. Same family. They are family. Look at the Black Americans. Look at us. But look at the Lula. Look at the Yoruba. Look at the Mende. Look at the Haitians. Look at Jamaican. Look at Gullah Geechee, which is the African American, Black American. Look at Afro Latino. Look at the African Caribbean. And look at Gullah Geechee. So when you look at all of these, all of them is melanated people. All of them is dark, from chocolate to black. So with that being said, we are all one. We just culturally different. But it's something we have in common. We dance. We musical people, dancing people. We are super talented and creative people. A genius is naturally. Creative genius is at that. So that being said, we are already naturally in tune with nature and life naturally. We are nature people, natural people, original people, primordial people. Now you understand. And this worldwide, this is a few, etc. But let's say blacks or dominant African people who have dominant African DNA worldwide, or black people worldwide. It's the same thing. Same game. Everybody will be different individually anyway. No matter, two brothers ain't the same, two sisters ain't the same. So, but it's something we all have in common. But as you see, even the culture's different. It's something we still do the same, but in a different way. So that being said, I'm out of here.